Hey guys, so I'm driving this 500 SL, this 1992 500 SL. This is a very spirited drive. This car has a lot of power. This thing really, I mean, I can only imagine back in 92 or even late 90s or late 80s, 89, what this car must have done to all the previous, popular coupes at that time that it was competing with, like the Jaguar XJS, which is the V12. And a few others. I think BMW might have had something back then. Whatever coupe they offered back in the late 80s, early 90s. This car really was impressive. I know that because it's impressive today. This one has, I think, 320, maybe 326 horsepower, something like that. Now you compare that to the 2001 SL500. I'm sorry, the 2003, like the one that I have, and I think that's only like 307, 306 or something like that horsepower. I mean, this one has more kick. It feels more torquey. I don't know about the torque numbers, the foot-pounds of torque, but I know that this one feels real good. So I'm going to drive through this area. I always drive over here, like this windy road in my neighborhood, and it really puts the car to the test, the suspension to the test, the throttle response to the test. This thing, it barely breaks. I mean, it does break traction, but the traction control does kick in. But when you want it to, really pretty much on demand, it can break traction. This car needs to be driven. I can tell that it really hasn't been driven hard. Nothing sounds, there's no squeaks or any sounds or nothing feels loose. Everything feels tight. It does. I can smell the oil. It is burning. Probably the valve cover gaskets need to be replaced. I think I heard a little bit of squeaking from the brakes just because it hasn't been driven in so long, really driven. But again, the throttle response and the power is really impressive. I'm sure this thing put to shame anything that America took off the Detroit assembly line back at that time. This one really feels good. I'm going to drive it. You can watch kind of my reaction, I guess, to how it handles. I'll kind of verbalize what I'm feeling. Let's go for a ride. Let's go. I mean, this feels like a Mercedes is supposed to feel. Very nice. Very nice. Very impressive. Very nice. Oh, wow. I mean, this thing hugs the road, man. You feel totally in control when driving this car. Maybe I should have had the windows up while I was recording this. Probably hear all that wind. The brakes feel good. It's kind of like point and shoot, The way this thing really goes wherever you want it to go. It really has a predictable feel about it. They offered this one with the adaptive suspension option, but this one does not have that. So you really feel what the car is feeling on the road. You don't have that overcompensation from the hydraulic suspension that the modern day ABC suspension has. This thing really feels good, man. There goes the fire truck. You can hear this motor, man. Sounds real good. Some nice aggressive growl. Very responsive, very responsive. I mean, I'm playing around with about 70 miles per hour right now. Slow down for the cops get me. I'm very impressed, very impressed. This feels good. So it's not enough to throw you back, but definitely enough to relax you in your seat. It doesn't jerk you, but it makes you lean back a little bit more comfortable knowing that this car has the power and the handling to really get you to where you want to be quickly. I like it a lot, man. Very impressed. Very impressed. Mercedes never lets me down. Never lets me down. So this needed to be driven like that. I needed to kind of blow the motor out a little bit, blow the exhaust out, you know. Let this car breathe, stretch its legs. That was a good drive. This confirms everything I thought about this car, man. I know I hit a lick. When I bought this car, I knew it was a good deal. I threw it out there, you know, what should I do? Just to get a lot of information about this car from the general public, for those who, you know these cars better than I do. And through a lot of researching, a lot of reading, a lot of videos, I've come to, you know, be a lot more comfortable with this purchase. I can definitely smell that oil, and it might even need a tune-up. Now, the previous owner said it did get a tune-up, but when the car warms up, I'm starting to feel a little bit of mist. So even as powerful and as good as this motor feels, I know that it's lacking something. There's a little bit of a miss at idle, and I can feel it a little bit. So I need to take a look at these. I don't know if this car has coil packs or it just has spark plugs and a distributor, but I'll take a look at that. But the oil also is concerning because I smell that. So I'm gonna pop the hood and take a look and see where it's seeping out from, because I did wipe some stuff down on the side that I know is leaking from, and I want to see, you know, where the seepage is, to see if I can identify it. But besides that, I'm impressed. I'm happy that I bought this car. It's a very nice car, very nice car. So I'll be in touch, and as I continue to find out more, I'll let you guys know. All right, talk to you later. Bye. Okay, so I popped the hood. There's a lot of smoke. It's coming out. You can see it from the bottom. So I think it's dripping from up underneath. I don't know, at different times I'm seeing smoke. I don't know if you can see it, but there's smoke coming from up under there. It's coming from the front. When I get down on my knees, I can see it. It's originating from the front. Now you see here, this little drip right here that's running down, or that ran down, I had all that cleaned off. So maybe that cap has a little bit of a leak there. You can see it right there. So that cap is not sealing it perfectly. And also I wiped this down and I see a little seepage there. So that's running back there and burning off too. But the amount of smoke, the amount of, see the way that's blowing out of there, I don't know if you can see it, but the way that's blowing out of there, there's more than just that dripping. So it's coming from somewhere. So the car probably has to get put up on a lift to see, you know, where all that drip is coming from. But you can see it right there. So there's definitely some oil that's burning off. More than I'm comfortable with. So that needs attention. That needs attention.